See Me Too. Welcome. It's episode 8. Fear and Loathing in Beverly Hills. So in this series, I'm just doing a recap, highlighting the episodes of You, the series on Netflix. And you're like, just watch, okay? So at this point, I'm very sad that my series is about to end. And so I'm just like, my goodness, I've come this far just to reach episode 8 and 2 episodes left and it's done. The goodness, it's the binge. It's over. Delilah begs Will to get out of the cage, and every kidnapper would know you don't let out your victims. So he says, no, I'm only going to let you out, because he really didn't want to kill her. I'm only going to let you out when I plan my escape, so give me time, okay? So what he does, instead of letting her go, he handcuffs her with these handcuffs that, like, you set the timer and you cannot reset it. And I was like, this is a really cool device. Okay, so he sets it for 16 hours, enough time to give him to run away. I don't think 16 hours would be enough for me. I would need a lot of time. And he brings her food. Nice. So Love at this point also cannot get over Will, of course. It's a normal thing. He's a psychopath. We understand that you fell for his manipulative tactics. Will always finds himself in this very weird predicaments where he has to help 40 with his bad book. So he tries to get out. He's like, no, I really don't have time for this. I'm really quitting, blah, blah, blah. Then 40's like, no, please help me with this. It's like, okay, great. So you start working on it, okay? It's just going to take like 30 minutes, okay? So that's what he says. That this black SUV pulls up. And Will is just thinking, oh my God. It's finally happening. They got me, the bad guys. Like, what did the actual Will do that's so bad that a black SUV is coming and kidnapping me? So while they're in the SUV, 40 is hysterical. And of course, Will, who knows he's a bad person, is just calm. He's just like, relax, just breathe. They're covered though with, like, you know, so they can't see where they're going. So in the car, Will's like, what is this about? He can't put his finger on it. So then 40's like, oh, I forgot to tell you I'm an addict. Then Will's like, dude, we all know you're an addict. It's like, not that type of addict. Oh my goodness, I'm a gambling addict as well. Will's like, what the hell's wrong with you? So then they go to this really nice, luxurious looking hotel room. That's where they're unblindfolded. And then 40 just laughs and is like, oh, ha 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 ha, this is just a prank. This is Dimitri and Igor. They're 2 Russian people. They're not gonna let us go until we finish the book. Like, he has no time. He has 16 hours to get out of the country and go to Mexico. To 40, this is all a joke. Not really a joke, but it's all a writing thingy. And they discover Ellie's there and she's helping them. They finally finish, like 2 hours later. They finally finish. I think about 2 hours later. Then Will is like, okay, finally we're done. Then Ellie says, no, it needs more writing. And Will is panicking. Even I'm panicking at this point. I'm like, Delilah is gonna be out, everything's gonna be bad. But then that guy 40, you know, Will shouts about a bunch of stuff and 40 gets all agitated and he goes to the window and he jumps. So at this point I'm thinking this nigga just killed himself. But he didn't. He jumped into a dumpster. I don't know if he knew there's a dumpster there or he really wanted to kill himself. He looked like he wanted to kill himself. Then Will, being Will, followed him to this bar where he found 40. And 40's like, I knew you were going to find me. Here's a drink. So in the bar, 40 just starts talking about weird things, like confessing, like, oh, please, all I want is love, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, this nigga is drunk. Then they see this newlywed couple. And then they're in the bar. And then guess what 40 does? He calls the newlyweds and like, I'm gonna give you 10 grand if you allow me to kiss your bride. And then the groom is like, wait a minute. The bride is like, we really need this money for it's paying down the mortgage, whatever. Oh, so they kiss and I'm just like, this is low. 40, this is low. So then Will, also being a psychopath, he knows this is low. He's like, this is crazy. Who the hell does? After that weird, awkward, studying people's marriage problems early moment, 40 confesses to Will that he actually laced his drink, his little shot, with LSD 4 times the normal amount because he didn't know how much Will can take. And I'm just like, this is stupid. This guy is stupid. What the hell? So then Will panics. He writes on his arm 8:51. 8:51. Flip. So he writes that 8:51 on his arm so he can know when the binge started, like when he took it, in case they find him dead. So at this point, after the 4 times the normal, is there even a normal dose for LSD? I'm just like, what even is this show? So then Will tells him that I've never done LSD before, so you're crazy for even giving me 4 times. There's like, okay, don't worry, there are 4 rules. The first rule is cars are real. Okay? If you want to try something, try it on the ground first. If you can't stop sobbing, drink some moon juice, whatever that is. Moon juice. I've never had it. So then Love's mother takes her out to dinner, and she keeps on going on about these vague love things. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then Love is like, stop covering up the fact that dad doesn't hurt you, the fact that he cheats, blah blah blah. They have this big fight. Love goes to Will, tells him, I love you, blah blah blah. Will is just like, because he's like LSD, and so her eyes are growing bigger in his eyes. Then the mom comes like, I'll just take her, she's drunk, blah blah blah. Will's going on a trip. We're going on a trip in a favorite rocket ship, swimming through the sky, LSD. So then while on his trip, Will starts to think of killing 40 because his dead mother starts to show up. I don't know if the mother's dead, but she starts to show up and telling him, you're a bad person. Basically, she was telling him, you're a bad person, you might as well just do it. So Will starts to approach 40 with a glass to like kill him, and the carotid, you know, it was like shining. I think it was an effect. So then he's walking. Then 40 confesses that he killed his tutor or something who was molesting him when he was young, and so they covered it up as a murder. So Will's seeing himself in 40 because he's also a killer. He's like, I'm not gonna kill you. Puts it down, hugs him, they cry. Then 40 finally tells Will like, oh, there's always been a code word, it's Mamaru. You can just go and Igor or Dimitri will let you go. So then obviously Will runs to Delilah, to the Lock of Fame place where the Hannibal Lecter cage is, and he finds she's dead. Very bloody death. And I'm just like, oh. And I'm thinking he did it while on his trip. So then he has to find out, piece together what happens during his trip. Jesus Christ, where do you even start from? Anyway, so guys, that has been episode 8. Let's go to episode 9. I'll see you guys. Like and subscribe. Bye.